Today's rain, nothing like what we saw earlier in the week. The widespread downpours giving way to more scattered showers for this evening's commute. It is enough to add to the concerns in the North Bay, where we've seen damaging mudslides and flooding from this week's storms. A flood watch in Marin and Sonoma counties remains in effect until tomorrow. So let's bring in meteorologist Paul Hagan with what is left of this storm.
Yeah, so the showers are kind of going to be intermittent the rest of this evening. That's good news. It keeps the flood threat pretty low. Not zero, but low. Wind, something else we got to watch through the rest of this evening. Let's get into the radar replay first of how this system has shaped up over the last 12 hours. And we will start with that radar replay starting at 6 o'clock this morning when some of the heaviest rain was just offshore. And that came surging in around 7, 8, 9 o'clock this morning. But after that moved off to the east, what we've seen for the most part is light to moderate rainfall. Little breaks in the action here and there, but the rain hasn't been intense enough or prolonged enough to really heighten our flooding threat over the past several hours. And that's likely to remain the case as we head through the rest of this evening. This is the current radar view, which shows just scattered showers, a lot of breaks in between. Let's take a look at Futurecast through 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and it's the scattered pattern that's going to help us out. Where the downpours do occur, they're not going to last very long. They're not going to be that heavy, and that does keep the flooding potential pretty low unless one of those downpours does camp out in exactly the wrong spot. In terms of the wind damage potential, that's something else we have to monitor. Let's add up the rain that has fallen over just the past 24 hours, and you're talking about just short of 2 inches of rain around Ben Lomond. Almost an inch and a quarter for San Rafael, but then under a half inch for most other communities around the area. Not enough to be problematic. Current wind speeds are running in the 10 to 15 mile an hour range for sustained winds, with some spots in the 20 to 30 mile an hour range already. But it's the gusts that are the bigger concern whenever the wind unexpectedly does increase in intensity. 44 mile an hour gust at SFO in the last hour, 36 miles an hour at Santa Rosa. Strong, but not as strong as we had on Tuesday, and likely not strong enough for any significant wind damage potential. But it's something we're going to keep watching over the next few hours. We'll look at a dry weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Paul, thank you. Sadly, these storms caused 2 deaths in Sonoma County. They are being blamed on the stormy conditions. First responders found a man's body inside a culvert on France Valley Road in Calistoga yesterday afternoon, while another man was found dead about 20 miles away this morning near floodwaters on Hall Road in Santa Rosa. One resident told us she's concerned about the county's preparation.
I don't think there's much done about getting us prepared for the floods.
Anytime we have flooding and roadways being consumed by water, we tell people turn around, don't drown. We obviously don't want people going in there.
In Marin, the sheriff's office releasing new body cam footage of a woman being rescued from dangerous floodwaters near Point Reyes. The officer breaking a car window to reach the driver trapped inside, and not a moment too soon, as you can see, the car almost completely submerged. The rain also impacting travel. It was coming down steady earlier on Interstate 80 in the East Bay. It's also had an impact in the air. In fact, more than 400 flights at SFO have been delayed so far, with 21 canceled just today. And a similar story in Oakland and San Jose, with more than 30 flight delays at each airport, including a handful of cancellations. And as always, stay up to date with the latest forecasts and live radar on KPIX.com or on the CBS News app.